Professor, what is Michael Porter's theory of generic competitive strategy?
In this session, I will explain Michael Porter's theory of generic competitive strategy. The American management scholar Professor Michael Porter proposed the concept of the industry structure analysis model and the theory of generic competitive strategy. Since the industry structure analysis model was explained in the five forces model, I will focus on explaining the theory of generic competitive strategy in this session. Michael Porter's theory of generic competitive strategy explains where the competitiveness of a product generally originates and how to capture the market. The competitiveness of a product arises from cost factors in the production process and quality factors in the sales process. In other words, lower production costs allow for cost advantage, and superior quality enables product differentiation. The greater the cost advantage, the higher the competitiveness, and the more differentiated the product, the higher the competitiveness. Therefore, the source of competitive advantage can be attributed to cost leadership and product differentiation. In summary, the competitiveness of a product stems from cost leadership and product differentiation. When a company with a competitive advantage seeks to capture the market, there are three possible strategies based on whether it targets the entire market or a specific market: cost leadership strategy, differentiation strategy, and focus strategy. This is known as Michael Porter's theory of generic competitive strategy. However, if Michael Porter's generic competitive strategy is further divided based on the source of competitive advantage and market scope, four strategies can be derived. As shown in the diagram, the x-axis represents the source of competitive advantage, whether it lies in cost leadership or product differentiation, and the y-axis represents the market scope, whether it is the entire market or a specific market. This division results in four distinct areas. To begin with, when a company with cost leadership targets the entire market, it should adopt a cost leadership strategy. And when a company possesses differentiated products and targets the entire market, it should adopt a differentiation strategy. In addition, when a company with cost leadership targets a specific market, it should select a cost-focused strategy. And when a company with differentiated products targets a specific market, it should select a differentiation-focused strategy. Now, let's explain these four strategies in more detail. Firstly, the cost leadership strategy utilizes the advantage of being able to produce products at a lower cost than competing companies, enabling it to capture the entire market at a lower price. As competition intensifies, companies with lower product prices can gain a competitive advantage. If a company possesses both cost leadership and product differentiation, it does not need to sell at a low price, so it can capture the entire market at a higher price. Secondly, the differentiation strategy is a strategy that captures the entire market by producing differentiated products compared to competitors and pricing them at a higher level. Consumers perceive differentiated products to have sufficient value, making them willing to pay higher prices. Thirdly, the cost-focused strategy is a strategy that targets specific markets with low prices by reducing production costs. Typically, small and medium-sized enterprises with limited resources specialize in the production process, lower production costs, and then target specific regions or consumer groups. Fourthly, the differentiation-focused strategy is a strategy that targets specific markets by producing products that are differentiated from competing products. Similar to the cost-focused strategy, it is difficult for small and medium-sized companies with limited resources to produce on a large scale and compete directly with large companies, so they may find a strategy to develop differentiated products, secure expertise, and then target specific markets. What would happen if a company chose an ambiguous strategy? In other words, if a company don't select one of the four strategies I have explained, and instead chooses two or more strategies simultaneously. For example, pursuing both cost leadership and product differentiation strategies concurrently. This is not realistically desirable because companies with differentiated products try to increase profitability by setting high prices for whatever reason. So there is no need to simultaneously select a cost leadership strategy that lowers prices. If a competing product emerges later and product differentiation diminishes, then adopting a cost leadership strategy by lowering prices would be appropriate. Therefore, it is not possible to pursue both cost leadership and product differentiation strategies simultaneously. Accordingly, choosing any one of the four generic competitive strategies will be a realistic and viable approach to dealing with competitors. Even if extremely poor companies cannot choose one of the four strategies and are stuck in the middle, they will only succeed by focusing on a differentiation or low cost in a limited area. Ella, today, I explained Michael Porter's theory of generic competitive strategy. Did you understand it well? I emphasize this once again when establishing a marketing strategy. You must identify what your company's competitive advantage is, establish an appropriate strategy, and then you will be able to succeed.
Yes, Professor. I understood the explanation of Michael Porter's theory of generic competitive strategy. Thank you.